Welcome to Introduction to Career Readiness with North Central College Career Development. My name is Heidi Nunez, Director of Career Development, and I will guide you through the first part of this webinar. Before we begin, please make sure that you have downloaded the necessary documents to follow along. Please pause this webinar and visit Career Development's Get Career Ready page on CardinalNet to access the 4 documents listed here, as well as a pen or a pencil. Please remember that if you are completing this webinar as a requirement for your CARD seminar, you must complete a follow-up survey to document your participation. That survey can also be found on Cardinal Development's Get Career Ready page on CardinalNet. Now let's get started. The main objective of this introductory webinar is to help you get career ready. By the end of this webinar, you will be able to identify campus career resources. You will have started a career management plan. You will be able to identify career competencies, and you'll be able to identify campus opportunities to grow those career competencies. Let's begin with an introduction to your North Central Career Development team. You have some members of the team on this webinar, so I will let them introduce themselves and start to tell you about some of your career resources.
Hi, I'm Julie O'Brien, one of our assistant directors. I oversee employer engagement, meaning I work with employers to bring them to campus and help them bring opportunities to you. I also let employers know why they should recruit North Central students. I have a background in corporate human resources and recruitment, so I will be a good resource for you if you have questions in regards to the employer perspective. My colleague, Barbara Fouts, our other assistant director, will now introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. It's Barbara Fouts. I oversee the internship program and also early career development. If you have any questions about internships, I invite you to reach out to me. Also, if you have questions about selecting a major or how to prepare for a major, I invite all appointments.
And Bobby Colleen is our graduate assistant and does a lot of work for us behind the scenes, including our first destination report, which provides information on where North Central grads end up after college. Now, these are our career peer advisors, and they're great resources for you. They represent different majors and years in school and are your peers. One of the things students visit our career peer advisors most frequently for is for an initial resume review, or just to help you get started. They have been trained to review resumes and provide feedback for you, and they can also help answer any general questions you may have or help you navigate some of our platforms. So please introduce yourself to us. We look forward to meeting you and want to get to know you early. So we want to take a few moments to walk you through each of our resources that are available to you. It's also important to note that some of these platforms and tools are available to you 24/7. So you can access these at any time beyond our normal office hours. So through the remaining of the semester, you can get in touch with career development virtually through our online career studio, and I highly recommend that you do. So this information can be found on CardinalNet through the career development page under online career studio. Here, you can access online resources, get on-the-spot support, and request a virtual appointment. You can get started by scheduling an appointment on Handshake with one of our career peer advisors, access career resources, request a 15-minute drop-in resume review, and explore and apply to jobs and navigate additional resources. Here are a list of appointments on Handshake that you can make with our staff. As you can see, there are a number of different types of appointments. And even if you're not sure what you want to discuss, that's okay. Just reach out and we can help you start to further think through and build out a plan. This is a snapshot of workshops and events that were hosted this spring. Throughout the year, you can see our upcoming events and workshops on Handshake. In the fall, you will see a lot of activity for recruitment opportunities and employers on campus and workshops to help you prepare. Plan to attend these, and we recommend attending some of these workshops and recruitment events before you even need them. As students exploring, these will be great opportunities to ask questions and learn more. The summer is a great time to prepare and get your resume in top shape, as fall is the key time for employers for recruitment. So they'll actually begin recruiting in August for the next summer. So for example, if you're targeting an internship this summer of 2021, you want to begin this coming fall. So you're thinking about it really 6 months ahead of when you need it. There's going to be a number of opportunities to participate in fall recruitment. The first is our employer meet and greet, where we host our employer partners on campus and is specific to North Central students. We also belong to consortiums of 20 institutions in Illinois to strengthen our employer recruitment for our students and provide additional opportunities for you. So in collaboration with these, we coordinate a few major events each year, 2 of which will take place in the fall, which includes Fall Interview Day, hosted by the College Career Consortium of Illinois, and a Career Expo by the Associated Colleges of Illinois. There's great value in attending these early, learning about different organizations, starting to network and make connections, and exploring different industries and positions. So we look forward to seeing you there. I'm going to turn it back over to Heidi now to tell us about the Career Closet and other resources that we have available for you.
Thank you, Julie. A very popular resource with fellow Cardinals is the Career Closet. Every student is able to shop the closet at no cost in order to build your professional wardrobe for interviews, career fairs, internships, presentations, or any other professional activity. All items in the closet were donated by staff, faculty, alumni, and friends of the college that want to make sure you always look your best. You can look forward to participating in a shopping event or making an individual shopping appointment as a part of fall recruitment. The resource that we want to make sure you always keep in mind is Handshake. Handshake is going to be your #1 go-to resource because of all of the functions you will have at your disposal as soon as you log in and build your profile. Nearly every tool and resource we are introducing today is available to you on Handshake. This is how you'll make individual appointments, learn about upcoming events and workshops, see who's hiring North Central students, and apply to jobs and internships. But we want to make sure that you know that Handshake is much more than a job board. Here, you can discover careers and even be discovered by employers. The best Handshake benefit for new students is that you can network with your peers and learn from upper-class students in your major by searching students, exploring profiles, and making connections. We want to quickly mention that you also have an online interview preparation tool with Interview Prep. This tool will help you explore common interview questions and receive coaching. You can practice interviewing as well and even set up a video interview simulation. Although there's more to explore, the last tool we will highlight today is What Can I Do with This Major? You will find this tool by scrolling towards the bottom of the main Career Development CardinalNet page. Students who are exploring majors can count on an additional career perspective with these guides that list functional areas, examples of employers, and strategies to grow into that field. On your screen, you will see a sample guide from one of these majors. Now that you've heard a bit about the career resources available to you, let's discuss how to use them over the next few years so that you can always be ready for your next step. That next step can be campus employment, a research position, a scholarship application, an internship, or any other professional experience. Please refer to the Career Management Plan to follow along with this slide. We know that thinking about the next step after college can seem so far away and sometimes feels a little daunting. You may be wondering why we are insisting on introducing this now, especially if this is your first year or you're deciding on a major. The 4 checklists on your career management plan are designed to make sure that you're always working towards career readiness. Each list is broken down into manageable tasks that you can check off throughout the year. All students should work through this plan regardless of whether you just started and have yet to declare a major or you already have a job lined up. The first thing you need to do is grab your pen and put a check on the first 4 items in this column, in the first column. These are the items you will have completed today with this workshop. Please make sure that when this workshop's completed, you activate your Handshake account if you didn't already. Next, we want you to review the remaining tasks in the first column. Circle the items that you can complete by the end of this spring semester. Circle the items that you can complete this summer. Look ahead at the next column. What are the tasks you need to take care of when you return to campus this fall? Keep these lists somewhere visible and refer to them at least once each semester. Staying on top of this plan is one part of developing your competency in career management. That's one of the top 8 skills that employers seek across all industries and job functions. Now let's refer to your next document. Grab your pen again and put a star next to number 7. By starting your career management plan as we just did, you are growing this career management competency. I will now turn it over to Barb, who will tell you more about these career competencies.
Thanks, Heidi. Career Development wants to help you get career ready for your next step after graduation, whether or not that is employment, graduate school, or a year of service. What does it mean to be career ready? Career readiness means that you possess and can demonstrate the 8 competencies or skills that employers and graduate programs seek in new graduates. These 8 skills, or what we call the Elite 8, have been identified by employers across all industries and fields as essential for a successful transition from college to career. Demonstrating these skills on your resume and during interviews is a game changer. It makes the difference between a good and a great candidate. You might be asking yourself again, why should career readiness matter to me as a first-year student? Knowing these skills gives you a roadmap to success. It's like getting the answers to the test. You will not get to the end of your time at NC and wonder what employers or graduate schools are looking for, or if you have what it takes to find a job or be successful. You will be successful and competitive after graduation because you will already know what employers and grad schools seek, and you will have had the opportunity to start preparing early to know, grow, and show these skills during your time at NC. So how do you develop career competencies? Career competencies are developed through multiple experiences: internships, academic projects, research, part-time and on-campus jobs, volunteer activities, campus involvement, athletics, and study abroad, to name a few. As we begin to talk about career readiness, we know that you have been working on or have already demonstrated some of these competencies without labeling it or knowing it. Think about the different roles you've held: employee, volunteer, athlete, student organization member, or leader. For example, many of you have worked in retail, food service, or with children. All of these experiences are valuable because you gain skills that are transferable to many settings and across all industries. Understanding how you demonstrate career competencies is important so employers and graduate schools can see the value you bring to an organization. For each role, think of the problems you've solved, decisions you've had to make, ways you've communicated to groups and individuals, and group activities that you have participated in. Many of you have resolved challenging or difficult situations with a customer or developed creative solutions to problems you faced on the job. Students often overlook or discount these experiences as just doing my job, but they represent skills that are critical for success in any career. Let's look at the first 4 competencies, which are critical thinking and problem solving, oral written communications, teamwork collaboration, and digital technology. Employers and internship site supervisors tell us that North Central students excel in teamwork and collaboration. What a great reputation to have. Employers would like to see you grow your critical thinking and problem solving skills. I asked you earlier to think about the different roles that you have had. Now think of the times you needed to use problem solving in these roles. For example, my first job was at Great America. I work with 20 team members operating several very busy rides where we needed to balance providing friendly, welcoming guest service with attention to detail regarding safety and security. Instead of thinking of myself as simply running the rides, I was in charge of safety. Every day, I used critical thinking and problem solving to answer hundreds of guest questions and to quickly identify potential safety issues with guests and the rides. My critical thinking and problem solving skills ensured the safety of thousands of people, contributed to the team's outstanding track record for safety, and ensured that guests had a pleasurable experience while visiting the park. Julie, you told me that your first role was as a summer camp counselor. Tell us about how you used critical thinking and problem solving in that role.
One of my first jobs that helped me develop critical thinking and problem solving was working as a camp counselor over the summer. All about thinking outside of the box and thinking fast on my feet and coming up with quick solutions to solve problems. I remember in particular, we had a field trip planned to the water park. And as you can imagine, all the kids were so excited, but unlucky for us, there were thunderstorms that day, so we had to postpone this trip. In a short period of time, I had to come up with another solution that wasn't part of the original plan. So I actually decided to do a field day indoors, so mixed with team challenges and an obstacle course. Even though this wasn't the water park, the kids were able to adapt and have fun.
Thanks, Julie. That's a really great example that many people sort of discount, but a summer camp counselor gives you great skills. Let's look at the final 4 competencies. Which are leadership, professionalism and work ethic, career management, and global and intercultural fluency. Employers tell us that North Central students produce work of high quality on internship. When we put this together with the strengths of teamwork and collaboration, the reputation or brand of North Central students is that they can be counted on to work well in teams, collaborate effectively with peers, and produce excellent work. This is a great way to describe your contributions or value to an employer or graduate program. The second area that employers want to see you strengthen is professionalism and work ethic. Professionalism and work ethic is reflected in the methods you use to juggle academics, part-time jobs, and activities. You also demonstrate professionalism and work ethic in your classes through engagement, asking and answering questions, attentive eye contact and body language with the faculty member and your peers, and submitting assignments on time and to the best of your ability. Heidi, tell us about an example of professionalism and work ethic in your first role.
Sure, Barb. In my first job, I worked at the mall in high school, and I quickly learned the value of being professional and having good work ethic. It was much more than stocking the racks and running the register. I worked with a team of at least 5 other associates, which meant that I had to make sure to always be on time and communicate my scheduling needs well in advance because my teammates depended on me. I had to stay organized, follow all protocols exactly, and do my part to keep the store clean and well stocked. As an associate, I also had to look professional and behave professionally with customers since sales of big ticket items was a big part of my job. I had to know everything about our products and make sure I was prepared to answer their questions and anticipate their needs. Because I was able to demonstrate professionalism and work ethic in my after-school job, I was able to keep pace with the more experienced associates and was welcomed to the $1 Million Sales Club as a high school senior.
Wow, that's a great story. Thanks for sharing that, Heidi. And by the way, congratulations.
Thanks, Barb.
Now that you have a sense of the Elite 8, let's shift to identifying opportunities on campus to know, grow, and show these competencies. The Get Career Ready handout has 3 columns. The Know It column highlights how you will see the competency in action. So for example, critical thinking and problem solving is demonstrated by out-of-the-box thinking to identify and solve problems, and creativity, exactly what Julie was talking about in her summer camp counselor role. Grow It offers ideas for you to develop the competencies on campus through academics and student involvement. Show It offers examples of bullet points that can be used for resumes and interviews. For this remaining semester and going into the summer, we have pulled together some additional suggestions to develop the competencies. For example, think creatively about summer plans, such as remote or virtual internships, and use the Career Development Online Career Studio. You can continue to find examples of opportunities through whatever avenue you use to learn about what is happening on campus. The next slide is how you can connect with career development. We are your career development team. Everything career development has to offer is available online. We are here for you, so please do not hesitate to contact us with your career needs. And as a reminder, seminar students need to complete a follow-up survey to document participation for your class. Thank you for joining us for this workshop. Again, we invite you to reach out to us for all your career needs.